Alright, streaming. Alright. So I want to get these two done before I do Yalan.
In my role as champion duelist, my opinions do not matter.
These three.
It looks like all our problems are solved. Welcome to the Jade Chamber.
Oh no.
Great. I have no idea what we would have done otherwise.
I didn't think we'd really manage to get you here. This was a last-minute situation, and you're the one we trust the most.
To put it simply, we are just looking for the right person to help. We had a very long discussion about it, but to no avail. I have tasked my 3 most trusted secretaries with overseeing an important auction tomorrow. This, however, leaves their regular duties unattended to, and the work cannot afford to go undone. The nature of their day-to-day work is highly sensitive and confidential, so whomever I ask to fill in needs to be someone I can trust, and who doesn't have a conflict of interest. Yes, you were the person who came to mind. We may not have spent a great deal of time together, but I do place a great deal of trust in you. To me, this work is highly sensitive and of utmost importance, though I'm sure you'll find it to be mundane at best. It would not surprise me if you can't bear the tedium or can't make the time. And yet, despite this, I thought it could do no harm to ask the question, on the off chance that you are interested. As it happens, I was just having a discussion on backup plans with my secretaries before you arrived.
But the outcome of that discussion was that we couldn't think of a suitable alternative. This is a good reminder that we should always have a contingency plan for everything.
Anyway, this may add to the debt of gratitude I owe you. But the fact is, your arrival here has rescued what was fast becoming a rather dire situation indeed.
Alright.
I wouldn't worry. It's all work you'll be quite familiar with. Planning trips, gathering pertinent information, that sort of thing. All basic skills required by competent adventurers, if I'm not mistaken.
If you have any questions about your work, I will answer them shortly. The administrative work Lady Ningguang touched upon just now is only one aspect. You'll also be required to cater for Lady Ningguang's basic daily needs, such as clothing and meals, and be on call for any other requests she may have.
Why can't
None
you?
of this is hard work, but there's a lot to do, and it's highly repetitive. Having a dedicated staff member deal with it exclusively means that everyone has clearly delineated duties and can focus on their own work. Simply put, this is about maximizing overall efficiency. All right. Please proceed to the office. Bai Shi will go over the work with you in more detail.
Yes, Lady Ningguang. Okay, let's go.
Take it easy.
Before I get into specifics, I want to start by giving you the big picture. As a member of the Liyue Qixing, Lady Ningguang's every move is in the spotlight. Maintaining her perfect image at all times is absolutely essential. My usual job is to be her right hand, to maintain her image and take care of all her worries. For example, arranging her daily schedule, picking out clothes for her, dressing her, applying her perfume.
Oh, someone's excited.
You misunderstand me. I am simply trying to impress upon you the sheer importance of the work you will be undertaking.
Bai Shi has always been very passionate about her work. I can leave any task in her capable hands and rest assured that her performance will be nothing short of exemplary. I'm sure she was simply trying to share some of her enthusiasm, in the hopes that you may find it infectious.
Yeah, neither of us believe that.
Thank you, Lady Ningguang. Back to the topic at hand. Let's get into the details. Bai Xiao and Bai Wen handle tasks that require enormous experience, while I'm mainly responsible for organizing her daily schedule and making sure she is well fed, dressed for any occasion, and that all her needs are met. I can go through the methods I use and give you some pointers based on my experience to ensure that you are fully equipped to perform your duties. All in a day's work for the traveler, Great, then I'll skip that and just get to the handover of duties. Currently, there are 133 items that have yet to be scheduled, 17 of which are high importance, and yes, I did try to make a start in advance, but only got as far as roughly prioritizing the tasks before I ran out of time. I'll go through the most important items with you in more detail. If there's anything you don't understand, feel free to stop me with questions at any point. First is the periodic meeting with the representatives of the 8 trades. After that, fielding opinions on revisions to the current tax legislation. Then, a discussion with Lady Kuching on issues relating to time restrictions on land conveyance deals. Following that, there's a Q&A session with all the major commerce guilds. Right after that, there's... Yes, you do. To the uninitiated, scheduling may sound like a simple process of matching tasks to time slots, but there is actually far more to it than that. You need to take travel time into account, along with a whole spectrum of potential issues that can arise. Ample knowledge of all outside factors that may weigh upon your Plan A is essential to devise a workable contingency plan. I assume this is all making sense. Unless you had any other questions at this point? Good. Then let's press on. We're tight on time here, and there's a lot to get through. And we still need to leave enough time for you to prepare Lady Ningguang's schedule. Already? Wow. You're a fast learner. Very good. This will be much more efficient.
Oh, this
Wonderful.
isn't going to end well.
Then I'll be counting on you to provide my schedule for tomorrow. I'm grateful for your assistance. Now, I will leave you here in peace to proceed with your work. I still have a few items from today's schedules that need addressing. If anything else is unclear, you can ask Bai Shi.
Take care, Lady Ningguang.
Alright, time to avoid anything too complicated. One day off.
Don't you think that this schedule is a bit of a light load? Yeah, that's true. Lady Ningguang has a lot of work to attend to, and frankly, she doesn't have many opportunities to rest. We do sometimes worry about her health, but her attitude is very Mora-driven. If by taking a break there's a chance she'll lose Mora, she'll never agree to it. Huh. I see where you're coming from. Yes, you have a point. All right then, let's go with your plan. I'm sure Lady Ningguang has plenty she wants to talk about with you. There's a lot of things that need doing over at the auction venue, so I will be leaving you now. I hope so too. You must be exhausted. Make sure you get an early night tonight.
Just straight up screw your schedule, we're taking a day off. Oops.
Yes, I'm already awake. I'll be out in a moment. I'm just changing. Good morning. Did you sleep well?
Same as usual.
That's good. I was worried you'd be a little uncomfortable. So, what's item 1 on today's schedule? I imagine this must have taken Bai Shi completely by surprise. Sure, there's no harm in changing my schedule around once in a while. My schedule is usually very tightly packed, and any extra time I can squeeze out is spent on preparing for the future. So, it'll be quite nice to take a break. I don't often feel tired. Seeing the Mora come in has a way of making me feel quite invigorated. Still, your idea is very sensible. Mora can only lift a weary spirit. It cannot alleviate physical fatigue. So then, the days ahead of us. Any ideas on how to spend it?
Let's choose
Something
one.
I never have time for. Ah, have you played the chess game I made? Or heard of it, perhaps?
Never heard
It's
of it.
called Liyue Millennial, based on classic chess, but with different rules. When I was designing it, I wanted it not only to be a fun game, but also to capture Liyue's culture in a unique way. So I introduced a lot of concepts that aren't part of traditional chess, as well as different chess pieces and even boards.
She made
I'm
3D
constantly
chess.
revising and expanding it. So far, there are over 30 editions. True. That's one reason why it's been difficult to catch on. But I don't feel that making it easier to learn is necessarily a good thing. Isn't one of the joys of playing chess to continually learn and progress through a complex set of rules?
So how do we get
I
them
think the
interested?
key will be to make something that easily catches the attention of people who haven't played much chess before. I'm planning to make a new set with the board and pieces based on the battle for Liyue. One side will play the Guardians of Liyue Harbor. The other side will play the Fatui and Osile. No
fun.
problem. I will let you try it out as soon as I finish the prototype. I want to make each of the chess pieces of Liyue Millennial as true to life as possible. And no Guardians of Liyue chess set would be complete without you, would it? I am indeed. Many of them, in fact. My thinking was that only people who pre-order the chess set at full price will be eligible to receive the limited edition Traveler chess piece. It seems only fitting for someone of your status.
Marketing.
Naturally, since you are the face of that historic event. I intend to make chess pieces for everyone who was involved that day, including myself. Everyone who owns this chess set will preserve this moment in history in a vivid and compelling form. Then it's decided. Come with me. To make this chess piece, I need to take some measurements.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Lady Ningguang. And the Traveler.
You
Oh, she's
already know each
doing
other?
it.
Oh, I think it goes a little deeper
my
than
God.
that. I don't teach my hard-earned skills to
Oh,
just
no.
anyone, you know. There's a word for people like you, who are warm one minute and cold the next. Fickle.
You seem to be in a good mood today.
As ever. There's nothing special about today, but seeing you two has definitely perked me up. All
no.
jokes aside, how can I be of service
She knows
today?
she's doing it.
Remember the custom chess pieces I told you about? I'd like you to take her measurements today.
Porcelain.
Whatever business I'm in, I am first and foremost a woman of many talents. Don't you remember when I taught you how to make perfume? There was no porcelain involved in that.
Yes, I remember it thoroughly.
As it happens, I am a skilled tailor as well. What can I say? I'm in the prime of my youth, and I love all beautiful things. Is that so strange?
Yingar is every bit as proficient as any of the top tailors in the land. I've availed myself of her services many times before.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just realizing that the Traveler only thinks I'm good at one thing. I see how it
And
is.
making people uncomfortable
which case-
is that.
You'll find all the tools you could need in the room. Please, help yourselves. I'll stay outside and mind my own porcelain business, as you quite rightly suggested.
Huh? What are you expecting me to do here?
Oh, I think the Traveler is the one you should be asking about that.
Stop twisting my words.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's hard not to tease when you're both so well matched. Come on then. Step inside, and I'll examine your body from tip to toe.
Woman.
If I hear any strange new rumors after this, you will be my #1 suspect.
Rumors about the Traveler or the chess piece?
We know full well what
Either.
you're talking about.
Both are confidential.
Don't worry. I know where the line is. I'd never take a joke too far. Secrets are only fun when they're kept secret.
Just enough with the ambiguous phrasing, okay? You'll give people the wrong idea. Forget it. Let's just go.
You're always welcome at Scent of Spring. Come again any time.
I slightly regret bringing you here. It doesn't bother me. I just hope she didn't make you feel too awkward. Now that your measurements are taken, let's go to Mingxing Jewelry and put an order in.
Hello, Lady Ningguang. What can I do for you today?
That chess piece I told you about? We can start work now. I have the Traveler's measurements here.
Okay, let me just double check. Looks good. This has all the measurements we need. I'll pass them on to the craftsman shortly.
Good. And as agreed, please use top-grade materials only.
Of course, we are professionals, and we will do everything we can to deliver the high standard you expect. Although, speaking to you as a friend, I have to tell you that the sale price you indicated won't even cover the cost of production. I don't mean just the material costs either. Waiting around for top quality materials drags out the production time and also reduces the total quantity we can produce.
That's okay. This one is not for profit. With every previous set, there's always been some degree of commercial or marketing considerations to bear in mind. But this one serves more of a commemorative purpose. To that point, as you know, the prototype of the Jade Chamber chess piece has been in the works for a long time, but I haven't once followed up on the progress. Yes, and just like your piece, the Jade Chamber piece will be scaled for the game.
Oh, wow.
Yes, it's a challenging project, but also, not-for-profit is really not something I ever expected from Lady Ningguang. How do I put it? It just seems out of character.
In business, everything comes down to profits versus losses. You have to keep a cool head and make rational judgments. In other words, you must be shrewd. But shrewdness is easily perceived as cynicism in the eyes of others. People come to think of you as someone who cares only about money and not people. Hardly the worst thing in the world, of course. But it has caused obstacles for me in the past. Well, for example, I once had a case where someone backed out of a deal with me to sell to someone else. We were both offering the exact same terms. It was simply because they didn't like me very much. Another case is where I offered distinctly more competitive terms in an investment, and this ended up arousing their suspicion. That Ningguang, they thought, she must be up to something. We can't let her get away with it.
I see.
But these problems disappeared all but completely after the battle against Ersail. Why? Because the whole of Liyue witnessed me destroying my Jade Chamber. At least, that's the most reasonable explanation I could think of.
Oh, I get it. You're saying that back when you sacrificed the Jade Chamber, you gained everyone's respect in return. You're not seeking to make a profit from these chess pieces because what you're commemorating is your personal contribution to Liyue Harbor.
Oh my goodness.
It was the deal of the century. And as long as you keep capitalizing on it, business will be plain sailing for you in the future.
Yes, exactly. Very to the point.
Truly a brilliant strategy, Lady Ningguang. You really are a business mastermind. Now I understand why this set needs to be so perfect and why it's okay that it doesn't turn a profit.
It will be a lot of work, and I'm most grateful to you. Make sure the Traveler's piece is exactly how she wants it. We can't go letting her down.
Don't you worry. We'll put our all into it.
Well, that's that then. Let's head back to the Jade Chamber. There's something I want to discuss with you.
Oh, are you being shy?
Loaded. I have a question for you, and I'd like to hear your honest opinion. And I, in turn, will tell you how I really think. When we were at Mingxing Jewelry, I admitted that my decision to sacrifice the Jade Chamber was a calculated one. I had already considered what I stood to lose and to gain. When you heard that, did it make you think that maybe I really was a cynical profit chaser after all?
Point is, you stepped up
Thank
when
you.
it came time.
Yes. You see things the way they are, however they may appear on the surface. I was lying to Xingxi. My decision to destroy the Jade Chamber was nowhere near as thought through as I made it out to be. I just thought we should do what needed to be done, and this was a decision that only I could make.
Yeah, she
Afterwards,
is not calculating
I consoled
psychopath.
myself by reasoning that all my wealth comes from Liyue Harbor. So, to lose Liyue Harbor is to lose everything. In that sense, giving up the Jade Chamber would be a profitable investment in the long term. But it just didn't work. I was grief-stricken. Like a huge part of my heart was suddenly missing. Because I had just severed ties with a lifelong companion. I stared out at the sea for goodness knows how long. I just couldn't let it go. I just couldn't. There was no way I could console myself. So why bother trying? But as time went by, I received so many thank you gifts and letters from people. Everyone was describing how they now saw me in a new light, how I'd become an inspiration to them.
Her archetype is called the Master Manipulator Won't Let You Go. And that's literally what she just said. So, archetype confirmed.
I gave up the Jade Chamber without a moment's hesitation. And I did it for the sake of Liyue Harbor. And now, people are inspired to follow my example, to tackle their life challenges with the same unswerving determination. All of this was so encouraging to hear. It made me feel that my dear old companion's sacrifice was not in vain. Because, to most people, the idea that Lady Ningguang is someone who battles with grief and struggles to let go of the past is probably the furthest thing from the truth that they could imagine. This is one aspect of the truth that I can share only with you. The fact that I can't always be as strong as everyone thinks I am. Thank you for your comforting words. It feels good even just to be able to talk about it. I'm sorry that you have to see me in this state. But look where I am now, standing on the deck of the Jade Chamber once more, taking in the view. It must be fate's reward to me. And if I end up having to do it all over again in the future, I will not hesitate to make the same decision again.
Let's go all the way to the beginning. Actually, nah. We already started it.
Before I get into specifics. Good. You factored in both priority and efficiency, and produced a rigorous and well-structured Excellent work. You've got quite a knack for that. Please be here at the Jade Chamber tomorrow morning before With you helping out here, we will be able to focus. I hope so too.
Alright, got it done before midnight hit.
Yes, I'm already awake. I'll be out in a moment. I'm just changing. Good morning. Did you sleep well?
Nervous.
There's nothing to worry about. We just need to go through the schedule you made and tick the items off one by one. Now then, the schedule. Let's see what you have for me today. Item 1. Lunch at Lioli Pavilion with Miss Lua Chiao. Ah, yes. I remember the invitation. I need to make sure I'm well prepared for this.
Friend of yours?
No, someone I've never met before. Today's lunch will be our first time meeting each other. She's paying a high price for my time, and I intend to make sure she gets her money's worth. Otherwise, tens of millions of Mora is rather a high price for a lunch, even one at Lioli Pavilion.
Tens of millions.
That's right. Even at this price, there is no shortage of people willing to pay for a lunch opportunity with me. To be clear, I've never had any hand in setting the price. I too was rather surprised to see it become so expensive. Time is very valuable to me, so when I first came up with the idea, I made a rule that my time would go to the highest bidder. Gradually, it developed into a lucrative business. Yes, that sums it up very well. Most people looking to buy my time are business people who believe that whatever they spend now, they will make back several times over in due course. Naturally, for anyone looking to make a profit in a complex market, the bottom line is having the requisite experience and expertise. All I can do for them is share whatever insight I may have. As for how much my insight is worth in terms of Mora, everyone has their own idea. There is no standardized way to measure something like this. You're a very lucky person, you know. You get to sit in on this lunch for free. In the hands of a professional business person, the kind of information you'll be exposed to would be worth, well, tens of millions of Mora. There's no need to be nervous, of course. Now, let's have some breakfast before we leave. Did you organize this entire breakfast?
I just picked the time slot.
I know what's going on then. Please, sit. Have a taste of the Jade Chamber's chef's cooking. This kind of food tastes far less satisfying if left out for too long.
Thank you.
What do you think? Is the food to your liking? Oh, don't forget we have a lunch later. Save some space, or you might miss out on some even better food. Still, I'm happy to see that you approve of my culinary tastes. On occasion. Usually everyone is too busy for a leisurely sit-down meal. There is an awful lot to get done most of the time. Breakfast also isn't usually so lavish, hence my surprise when we got here. I actually thought you had cooked it all yourself. Relax, I'm just joking. Baishar probably made arrangements yesterday to add a few extra dishes to the breakfast menu. You willingly took this work on, knowing that it would be tedious, and you have worked diligently. My secretaries and I are very grateful to you. Treating you to some food is but a small token of our appreciation. Breakfast sets the tone for the rest of the day. You can't compromise on it. If you wake up to the same monotonous meal each day, you will start to feel fatigued even before you start working. Well, I'm done eating. We should get ready, then head off to Lioli Pavilion. I have some preparations to make first. Could you bring my clothes to my room, please? I need a change of mood, and a change of clothes will facilitate that. Who knows? Perhaps you will have a completely different impression of me after I change
Will she have
outfits.
a skin
I
on?
already instructed Longyang to have my outfit ready. You can fetch it from her. Thank you. I'll be in my room.
Well, I actually see an alternate outfit.
Hello, how may I help?
Change of clothes.
Ah, yes, of course. Please wait a moment. I'll go and get them. Here you are. Please give this to Lady Ningguang. Yes, this whole room is full of Lady Ningguang's personal items. Not just clothes either. There are all kinds of jewelry and ornaments. Lady Ningguang asked us to rearrange this room recently. We're currently right in the middle of that, so everything's in a bit of a mess. That's why it took me a little time to find this for you.
Rich people
Anyway,
problems.
you can take it now. Thanks for coming to pick it up.
Did you get it? Ah, this is the one. Please, wait for a moment.
Yep, we're seeing her in her alternate outfit.
I had this specially tailored recently, and I must say, I'm really rather fond of it. What do you think? Be honest. I just want to know your first impression.
Quite
Phew.
stunning.
Thank you. I was actually a little nervous. Knowing that it has your seal of approval makes me feel much more self-confident. If you're second-guessing how you look, you can forget about looking glamorous. Even the finest garments in the world would look out of place on you. That's why your affirmation matters so much to me. All right, let's head to Liali Pavilion.
Leah Lee.
Lady Ningguang.
Sorry to have kept you waiting.
No, not at all. I know that you have 1,000 different things to do each day. I'm very grateful for any amount of time you can spare for me.
Great. Well, let's leave the formalities aside from now on and make this just a friendly chat. This is the Traveler. I'm assuming you've heard of her. She happened to be in Liyue Harbor today, so I invited her to come along. It's a rare opportunity to dine with her, too. Do you mind if she sits with us?
No, not at all. On the contrary, I'm honored. What a surprise to be dining with the illustrious Traveler, too. I've always been fascinated by you and your adventures. There's so many questions I'd love to ask you. Oh, I'm sorry. Where are my manners? I forgot to introduce myself. Look at me, getting all overexcited. I'm Luo Qiao, a businesswoman. I work mostly in the textile business, but recently I've been considering branching out into some other markets. That's what I wanted to ask Lady Ningguang for some advice about. I didn't know there'd be a surprise guest involved, too. So, the rumors are true then.
Rumors? About what exactly?
You know, the rumors about the two of you, Lady Ningguang and the Traveler.
Where are those
having
coming
a
from?
closer than average relationship. You haven't heard?
Are they widespread?
Come on. You must know that Lady Ningguang's every move is in the spotlight. That obviously includes her relationships. And if you didn't have some sort of special relationship, why would she invite you to this lunch right after finding out that you were back in Liyue Harbor?
Number 2.
Interesting. Yes, we do have a special relationship, but I don't see anything unusual about it. The Traveler is a national hero in Liyue whose actions have directly contributed toward the prosperity we enjoy today. Even putting aside my official status as one of the Liyue Qixing, I admire her on a personal level, too.
Oh, yes. Well, there is nothing unusual about it at all. I was just observing that Lady Ningguang now seems to have a second interesting character in her innermost circle. The first one being the captain.
You're comparing apples and sunsettias there. Whenever Beidou returns to Liyue Harbor, all she brings me is a headache. I've missed out on a number of extremely promising investment opportunities thanks to her. In fact, the timing is always so suspiciously coincidental, I can't help but wonder if she's doing it on purpose.
Investment opportunities? Oh, do you mean the luminescent spine business? I hear that's been all the rage recently.
No, something else. All the talk about luminescent spines is just empty hype.
Oh, but isn't there some new technology from Fontaine that needs lots of luminescent spines to make it work?
If it were really that profitable, those in the know would have kept it as quiet as possible. You have to wonder, if the news is spreading like wildfire, who's fanning the flames? I had my secretary do some analysis. The current price of luminescent spines far exceeds the profits that could be made on the end product. So I would advise you to be cautious.
I see. Well, I was planning to get your opinion on how to get started in that business.
In my opinion, there are many people around with ulterior motives, making this a very risky business to enter into in the short term. Long term, it's very difficult to say, but I believe there's too much uncertainty to make it worth your investment. You worked hard to earn every mora you own, and you should be just as careful spending it as you were making it.
You think so too, huh? Okay, got it. If that's what both of you think, I'll take my time and not rush into anything. Maybe it'd be a better choice to invest this money into an industry that I'm genuinely interested in getting involved with.
Yeah, generally that's best.
Lady Ningguang, thank you so much for taking the time to meet with me today. I didn't know how much we'd get through, but you've answered every question I wanted to ask.
Good. I'm glad I could be of some help.
Now I see why you were able to become the most successful business person in Liyue Harbor. You think clearly, you are very knowledgeable, and you keep yourself well informed. It would take me a very long time to come anywhere close to your level.
You've been listening for a while. Are you getting bored?
Not yet.
Has it sparked an interest in the business world for you? That means you also have a good head on your shoulders, and the ability to learn rapidly. If you are in need of mora, you should absolutely consider doing business.
I won't take up any more of your time. Thank you. This lunch was everything I was hoping for and more. I can't wait to try out everything I've learned.
See you next time. I'll look forward to hearing good news from you soon. Right then. Lunch is over. I assume you have something planned next? Although, I'm a little concerned about the auction. I wonder how my secretarial trio is getting along.
Is this the... Yep, here's the split options. Let's check up on
Good.
them.
Then let's do that. There are some slippery characters among the bidders, you see. So, even though my secretaries are very capable and experienced, I still can't help worrying for them a little. Come on. The auction is being held at Yujing Terrace.
Take it easy. Into the shadows.
Lady Ningguang, what brings you here?
I couldn't help but feel a little concerned. So I just came to see how everything is going.
We're about ready, and people are starting to arrive. I think we should be able to start on time.
Very good. I think I'll host the auction myself.
Huh? You want to do it?
Yes, just in case anything untoward happens. I can take care of it myself.
Then we'll leave the auction itself to you. But we'll be sure to lend our full support behind the scenes.
Have you attended an auction before?
Network
Well,
ain't enough.
would you like to participate this time? You don't? All right then. Feel free to take a look around the venue before it kicks off. Well, would you like to participate this time? You don't have to bid, of course. Check out the items up for bidding and see if there's anything you might be interested in.
$16 to $18.
It's about time to start. Find yourself somewhere to sit and we'll kick things off. Yes? What is it? That's for you to make a considered judgment on. It's precisely what makes auctions so interesting, don't you think? Until the bids exceed the value of the item you're after, you can keep raising the price. If the bids go beyond what you can accept, then you let someone else take it. Perhaps this does not result in what you might call a fair price, but what it does do is identify the person who values the item the most.
Right.
Yes, you should look forward to it. The first lot is a teacup from my personal collection. Bids starting at 10,000 mora. That's 10,000 mora for the teacup.
20,000!
Yeah, I wouldn't pay
30,000.
5,000.
50,000.
Fierce.
80,000. 80,000 over here.
I'll raise that to 100,000!
120. All right, 150,000. Anyone else want to keep going now?
150 once,
170. 180,000.
180 once, 180 twice, 180. Sold!
Yeah, it's mine now.
Okay then, moving straight on to the next lot. You seem to be getting quite into it. What a shame that you didn't manage to go home with anything.
Something fell off.
Of course it did. That's because I didn't come here to sell my things. I'm sure you must find it quite odd that all these everyday items could fetch such a huge price at auction. Since you're curious, why not go and talk to the buyers?
Today wasn't my day. Didn't manage to snag much. There were too many bidders, and they all seemed like experts to me. I guess I'll just have to wait for the next auction. Someday, I'll be the lucky.
Huh? You want to know why I paid so much? Well, it's pretty obvious, isn't it? Because the previous owner was Lady Ningguang. Sure, the item may look pretty ordinary, but that's probably just because I'm not a connoisseur, But I figured I'd buy it first, then go get it appraised by an expert. Then I'll be rich.
Yeah, Ningguang is profit over specialness or uniqueness. Yeah.
I may have paid an arm and a leg for this, but in the end, I got the result I wanted. Nothing of Ningguang's could ever be overinflated. I'm far from the only buyer who believes that owned by Ningguang is worth paying a premium for. So how much I make just depends on how many people are even bigger fans of Ningguang than I am.
Well, did you find the answer yet? That's certainly part of it, but every bidder will have noticed that none of these items have a particularly high going rate on the market in and of themselves. Despite this, they were all willing to pay very dearly for them. I wonder, is faith in me really the only factor in their appraisal of the item's value?
Not that.
You'll
Then what
see
else?
shortly. The one who spent the most money will surely be the quickest to realize. If all I wanted to do was make some quick mora by exploiting their blind faith in me, I have a million more effective ways of achieving that than hosting an auction. Every participant in this auction was handpicked by me, based on certain intelligence.
Lady Ningguang, something doesn't seem quite right with the items from today's auction. As unlikely as this sounds, and please forgive me for even bringing it up, but I had to ask. You weren't selling counterfeits today, were you?
Counterfeits? Absolutely not. What motive would anyone have for making copies of things like these? They are simply ordinary items, and there was no coercion or enticement during the auction. Every bid was voluntary.
Because we trusted you! Everyone knows that you love Mora, but we also know that you made your fortune through honest means, as opposed to scamming people.
You seem to have entered into dangerous linguistic territory there. You should know that unless you have evidence to support your outlandish claims, I am legally entitled to sue you for slander. Of course, if you have any genuine grievances about the auction, the lots, or the process, please enlighten me as to where exactly I went wrong.
You... Fine. Yes, technically, it was all legitimate. Guess all I can do is take the loss. But if word gets out about today's auction, people are gonna start seeing you as a con artist. No one would dare do business with you after that. I guess what I'm saying is this really in your best interests?
Let me answer that with a question. You claim that you were willing to pay a high price because you trusted me. But is that really the full story?
What do you mean? What else could it be?
Oh, I don't know. Perhaps it could be something to do with a lost item from the original Jade Chamber collection that has quietly made its way into your hands. When the Jade Chamber fell, countless valuable items from my collection plunged into the sea. I organized a salvage operation, but still there were many items unaccounted for. A considerable number of these made their way back into Liyue Harbor through means unbeknownst to me, and passed through several pairs of hands before finally ending up in yours, and those of your fellow bidders today.
Wait, you mean...
Yes. Everyone attending the auction today is in possession of lost property belonging to me. Or, to put it another way, they were all people who have had a taste of something that was mine and convinced themselves that I am someone to be taken advantage of. So I ask you again, your high bidding price, was it motivated by trust, or was it greed? The sole reason I held this auction is to reclaim my treasured possessions. If you are willing to return what is mine, I will refund all the money you spent in the auction today.
All right, fine. I guess I'll return it. You drive a hard bargain like everyone says. I'll go and get it right now. Please just wait here.
Despite
Get
his bad
that.
attitude, he cooperated in the end. Good for him. The issue was that all items of mine that have been fished out of the sea have changed hands numerous times already. Determining who has legal ownership would be an extremely long-winded process, with each item being assessed on a case-by-case basis. Even Yenfei says she'd have a difficult time defending my claims. I could have bought them back, but it's not in my nature to pay twice for the same thing. Least of all, when they'd be looking to make a handsome profit from my misfortune. After making some inquiries, I found them to be most uncooperative. So I had to resort to this auction to finally put a stop to all this nonsense.
Definitely suits you.
I just wanted my things back. Hardly an unusual sentiment. At most, a little childish perhaps. Which is another reason why I didn't tell anybody about my plan. What do you think it was about the Jade Chamber that defeated Osile?
The size.
Well, I think it was a combination of the weight and the energy it contains. Its great weight meant that it hit Osile with incredible force, while the energy within triggered that spectacular explosion. Every piece of the Jade Chamber, from the stone walls and wooden beams down to the smallest ornament, contributed to its total weight. But in the end, they became objects of merchants' greed. It's hard not to get a little irked thinking about it.
Hope you get it all back.
Thank you for understanding. Now I've got one of my items back. Let me show you what makes it so special. The secrets of history shine through in the relics that survive. And this one now has the story of another age to tell.
Please be mindful of your personal safety.
Lady Ningguang.
Yes, you're right. Whatever happens, they can handle it. In that case, what's next on the schedule?
Informants.
Okay then. Yes, it's been some time since I last caught up with them. Let's go to Mingxing Jewelry first. I need to pick up something before meeting them.
Will we include Yelan in these informants?
Hello. I'm here to collect the item I handed in for repair.
Ah, Lady Ningguang. One moment, please. I'll fetch it immediately.
Very good. Don't rush now. Please, handle it with care. Yes, and no. You probably imagine that Mingxing Jewelry deals exclusively in expensive luxury goods.
Not exclusively.
The workers here are very skilled, so I like to come to them when I need something custom made. This time, though, I just had them do a simple repair. The item is quite ordinary. In fact, the cost of the repair was more than the item was ever worth.
Lady Ningguang, your comb has been fixed. Please inspect it and see whether you're satisfied with our work. We did everything we could to restore it to its original condition. You'll still see a few marks on there, though. This was unavoidable because of how badly damaged the item was.
That's fine. Thank you for your hard work. Yes, though it is something very precious to one of my informants. It reminds her of her mother. My informants often provide me with extremely important information. It's only fair that I endeavor to meet any requests they have in return. Trust is of far greater importance than profit in the relationship between me and my informants. It's understandable to think that way, and in the vast majority of cases, you'd be completely right. But things are a little different with these particular informants. Mora doesn't get you very far with this crowd. And this only makes me all the more excited to meet with them. Thank you for the repair, Xingqi. This is a great help.
Oh, don't mention it. It's always a pleasure, Lady Ningguang.
Let's go and meet them.
Take care, both of you.
Alright, guess I can't do business. Oh my goodness,
Auntie
children.
Ningguang!
Oh, you...
Hi, Auntie Ningguang!
Of course it's
Hello,
children.
my dears.
I should have known.
It's been a long time, hasn't it? Yes, indeed. And they are some of my most reliable helpers and friends. I didn't want to involve them in intelligence gathering for me at first, but they, on the other hand, were so enthusiastic about the idea that I thought it couldn't hurt to try. I treated it as a little game between us.
No,
It turned out that they delivered the goods and thoroughly enjoyed themselves while they were at it. So, it was a win-win. So, fill me in. How have you all been doing?
Great! Mom and Dad have taken me on loads of cool trips recently. It's been loads of fun. But you didn't do your homework, did you? Yeah, but it's not my fault. You still gotta try. Like teacher says, Liyue Harbor is in a new age now, and we've got a really important part to play.
This new age started after that great battle, you know. Well, this is a dramatic change, unique in all of the millennia of Liyue's history. Everyone is eager to do their part and make their mark in the age of humanity. What about you, Nan Nan? You haven't said anything yet, and you're looking a little unhappy.
I'm fine. Just don't know what to say.
Oh yeah, I just remembered. A load of really big boats came into the harbor the day before yesterday. Yeah, that's right. All the merchants were there, and it was really noisy. And then the people on the boats started unloading all these crates. There was a salty kind of fishy smell in the air. Ugh.
Oh, I see. That'll be the fishing boats coming back from the open ocean. How much cargo were they carrying? Remember, I taught you how you can tell.
Yep. I made sure to look at the waterline, just like you said. They looked really full this time.
My goodness. Well, it sounds like they made quite a big catch. The heavier the boat, the lower the hull sits in the water. So you can tell how heavily loaded a vessel is from the height of the waterline. How deep a fully loaded vessel will sit in the water varies from ship to ship. But it's something you can tell from experience. At least for the kinds of vessels you see regularly.
Since Auntie Ningguang taught me how to do it, I can tell with just one look.
A few days ago, I heard some people saying that a big merchant from Fontaine is coming soon to buy luminescent spines. They said that when they get here, the price will go up a lot.
Oh, really?
Oh?
Who did you hear this from? Do you remember what they looked like?
No, I don't remember.
All right, never mind. So, how about what they said? Do you remember their exact words?
I don't remember that either. Sorry.
Are you okay? You're usually the one that talks the most. What's gotten into you today?
It's okay. Don't be upset. Actually, I brought you a little something to cheer you up. How about that, hmm?
remembered.
Of course I did. If I make you a promise, I will always keep it.
Thank you, Auntie Ningguang. Thank you so much.
It was just a small favor, really. Nothing to get overexcited about.
But they said you'd be too busy to remember about a boring old comb.
They?
Uh-oh.
Oh, hello.
It's all right. Don't worry. There just seems to be some kind of misunderstanding here. Why don't you take this opportunity to clear it up? Don't you think that'd be best?
Yeah, Auntie Ningguang's not gonna blame you.
I'm sorry. I told you a lie. That thing about the luminescent spines wasn't something I heard. Two people came and told me to say it to you. I told them I didn't want to lie to Auntie Ningguang, but, they told me you'd forgotten all about the comb, and I didn't know how to argue with them. Then they bought me a new comb, and I'm sorry. I'll give them the comb back right away. No comb is better than the one you helped get fixed for me.
I know how much it means to you. It was a gift from your mom before she left Liyue Harbor, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I'll be extra careful with it from now on. When Mom gets back, she'll be so sad if she finds out I broke it.
I must say, this is most intriguing.
Does anyone actually think they'd be able to scam her?
How about this? You tell me where those two people are, and I'll take the comb back to them for you. Sound good?
Okay. They're over at the docks. They said I should go and meet them when I finished the mission.
All right, then. Don't worry, it'll all be fine. I'll be right back.
Are you gonna go punish the bad guys?
Now, this is a grown-up situation, okay? It's not fun and games anymore. And don't try and follow me. I'm just going to have a polite discussion with those two grown-ups about what they're allowed to do and what they're not allowed to do. Ready.
Do you think that kid's gonna fluff her lines? Also, let's be honest, this is a new low for us.
Yes, I know. But we didn't have any other options. Just try not to overthink it, okay? Nanan's one of Ningguang's most trusted informants. Ningguang adores that kid. She's not gonna get all suspicious just because her story doesn't quite add up.
It sounds like you underestimated me. And the children as well.
Lady Ningguang?
You knew how important that comb was to Nan, and you exploited that fact to emotionally manipulate her. You coached a child to lie, made her betray her own innocence and confuse her conscience. Do you not realize how contemptible that is?
Sorry, Lady Ningguang. We never should have crossed you like this.
That's not the point. Business is business. And at some point, we're all trying to get the better of one another. So if all you've done is fool me by feeding me false information, I'd make a loss, and that would be the end of it. But you cannot put Mora above all else. You cannot go exploiting children for profit. Do you have any idea just how much damage that will cause?
It was hardly our first choice either. We were only acting out of necessity. We've been business partners for years now. We've gotten by, I guess, but never had any opportunities to expand. When we heard about the movement in the luminescent spine market, we thought to heck with it. Let's go all in on this one, see if we don't get lucky for once. So we stocked up a huge stash of luminescent spines and watched as the price went up and up. We thought this was gonna be it. We were gonna make our
hit with
fortune.
the crypto scam.
But we waited and waited, and this mystery merchant from Fontaine never came. More and more people started to suspect it was all a huge scam. Suddenly, everyone with luminescent spines was running for the exit, selling as fast as they could, but we had so much inventory that no one was willing to buy it.
Oh yeah, As soon as Lady Ningguang makes a move, everyone follows her lead, and the price takes a steep hike. If we don't sell the goods, we're both bankrupt. We're in debt up to our eyeballs. We just didn't have any other choices.
To be brutally honest, we took out a loan and made a speculative investment is not a sob story.
Yep.
But not everyone has the capability to make rational decisions. Greed, a lust for wealth, and impatience can all cloud your judgment. Do you now realize how dire the consequences of wild speculation can be?
100%. We've both barely slept in days. We begged people to take our stock off our hands. They laughed at us, called us idiots, thought it was all hilarious.
We messed up. Completely and catastrophically messed up. The savings we worked so hard our whole lives to build up, decimated, just like that. All we want now is a chance to start over.
Well, I can take your luminescent spines off your hands. But we will need a detailed contract. The portion of what I pay that exceeds the average price of luminescent spines in the past, you will have to pay back to me by some means in our future business dealings.
Huh?
With interest?
But that means our profit is zero.
Then you're free to find another willing buyer. But if you're seriously still insisting on turning a profit under these circumstances, I'm afraid you're beyond redemption.
Lady Ningguang is right. Let's swap the goods for cash and use it to pay off our debts and be done with it. This is a lifeline and we should be grateful for it. Forget about making money.
Yes. Yes, you're right.
I have no particular need for luminescent spines. But I'm quite sure I can uncover a market for it with a little research.
Okay, so, shall we get this deal done now, or...?
No need to hurry. Our deal is hardly the urgent matter here. Atoning for your transgressions is the main order of business. You took advantage of a child, and you are coming with me to make a full and unreserved apology. This is an opportunity for you to show remorse.
Oh, okay.
Come on. Let's go back and see the children. We're back. Everything's all sorted.
Huh? Oh, it's those two.
I'm sorry, Nan Nan. I was lying to you when I told you that Lady Ningguang wouldn't fix your comb. I was completely in the wrong, and I promise I'll never do anything like this again. Can you find it in your heart to forgive me?
What do you think, Auntie Ningguang?
I think it should be your choice, and yours alone.
Well... Since it's all sorted out now, and nothing super bad happened, I guess it's okay. But we can't just let them off. We gotta show them you don't mess with us.
That's true. I'd certainly hate to see anyone else try to con you.
I've made up my mind. I want them to come play with us.
What?
Yeah! Now we have someone to play hide and seek with. Great idea. Let's go play hide and seek at the North Wharf.
Wait a second.
Nope. No waiting. Come
Nope,
on!
you're their plaything now.
So full of energy. Yes, of course. I wouldn't feel comfortable leaving them alone with those two buffoons. Let me guess what you're thinking. You're thinking that there's not a huge difference between me turning these children into my informants and the actions of those two businessmen.
Not
Am I
as
right?
bad.
They were completely different when I first met them. They'd run away as soon as they saw me, or they'd be shaking with nerves and unable to speak. But gradually, they stopped seeing me as someone to be afraid of, and started seeing me as someone they can trust. For my part, I did my utmost to fulfill the duties of a responsible adult. I played games with them, but I also taught them observation skills, analytical skills, how to think critically. I never taught business, though. Now, they're much further ahead in their studies, and far more mature than their peers. This has given them confidence in themselves. I think that this is beneficial to them. Yes, perhaps I am. I never had the chance to receive a good education as a child. That's why I hope to teach these children myself. Hopefully, I can pass on some of what I've learned. Someday they may realize that not everything is a win-win deal, that deception and one-upmanship are facts of life. But there's nothing wrong with that. When that happens, they will be ready to face the world head-on and become exceptional businessmen and women. But until then, I am here to protect them.
Are you raising your competitors?
I will one day die. New Qixing will replace the old, and Liyue will continue to prosper. I hope the name Ningguang will live on, but not as a person, as more of a symbol. If I can pass on everything I have learned, I can create a legacy that will live on long after I am gone.
Come on, Auntie Ningguang! Hurry up! We're not gonna wait forever!
Coming! Come on, let's enjoy this while we can.
Oh. Forgot to go into the next one. Now we're going down this route.
Yes, I'm already awake. I'll be out in a moment. I'm just changing. Good morning. Did you sleep well?
A little nervous.
There's nothing to worry about. Something I never have the opportunity to do. Interesting. Before I decide, I'd like to know, what gave you this idea? Because as far as most people are concerned, Mora is the key to any and all opportunities.
But Mora can also be a limitation.
Yes, you're absolutely right. This is what I appreciate about you. You see things the way they are, rather than how they appear. I want to do something a little self-indulgent. Is that okay by you? Thank you. All right, here it is. I've always thought it would be fun to recapture what life was like before I joined the Liyue Qixing. I was born into a humble family, and all the wealth you see now began with a single haul of fish. I had to. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. Fishing isn't the half of it. You'd be amazed at some of the odd jobs I've worked in my time. A lot of the old folks like to brag about how I used to be their errand runner back in the day.
But it makes sense.
They were tough times, but I had a clear goal and plenty of motivation. If I didn't make any money in the morning, I'd have no food for lunch. I guess that's why I came to be so obsessed with Mora. I want to relive that time for my life, feel some of that drive again, take a trip down memory lane. So how about it? Will you join me?
Sounds like fun.
Great. Then let me lay down the ground rules. We're not to use our status or reputation in Liyue Harbor to our advantage, and we have no starting capital. The goal is to see how much more we can make under these conditions.
Bottom of the ladder.
Okay, but working as a day laborer could be quite dull. Why don't we go down to the docks? They periodically throw out a lot of unclaimed or abandoned goods. We might find something that we can exchange for Mora. What does it matter? Don't worry about it. It's all part of the fun. Come on, let's go down to the docks.
Alright, so, but how are you not going to use your status when you know you're you?
Into the shadows.
Lady Ningguang, to what do I owe the honor? Are you here to inspect the goods in the warehouse? You may have to wait a moment. I must have not gotten the message. Sorry, I won't be long. I'll grab all the paperwork right away.
Calm down. No need to panic. That's not why we're here.
Oh, you're just looking for me? I haven't done anything. Have I? I mean, I don't think so.
Unclaimed and
Oh,
abandoned
right,
goods.
the periodic clearances. Yeah, I've been handling those, strictly per the protocol. I make sure I post all the necessary notices and notify every individual that I'm required to. It used to be a huge problem, but with a bit of hard work, I've managed to reduce the amount of goods we need to clear out by at least half. It's hard to say. It really depends. Everyone has their own reasons. But as far as the warehouse is concerned, they all fall into these categories: unclaimed goods, damaged goods, or unpaid storage fees. As for the damaged ones, I guarantee you it's nothing to do with how they're stored. It's because some things go bad more easily than others. If it sits there in the warehouse for too long, it goes without saying that it could start to affect the other goods. But that aside, even the smell is just unbearable.
So, have you cleared out any of these goods recently?
I'm afraid we just finished clearing out all the big ones. But don't worry, Lady Ningguang. If you're here for an inspection, then I'm here to make it happen. Hang tight. I'll grab some of the smaller items for you right away.
Hold on. Oh,
And off he goes.
I don't think he has quite grasped the nature of this situation.
Can't blame him.
Lady Ningguang, I had a quick run through the list and cleared out some more items. Please, inspect them at your leisure.
Let me see here. Soggy food, an odd shoe, a broken mirror, a small wooden toy.
Not a whole lot.
It's
for
a
you.
shame we missed the last clearance. We're down to the slim pickings now. Some of these are true junk, but there are a few items of value here. Take this wooden toy, for example. The wood is good quality. If you took it apart, there's quite a number of useful everyday objects that you could turn it into, with a little work.
Huh? You want it? Well, sure. Take whatever you want. It's all getting thrown away anyway.
Great. This is going well. Yes. And once we're done, we will find a merchant to give us an appraisal of their value.
I have no idea what's going on here, and I'm not about to ask either.
Lady Ningguang, welcome to my humble store. What can I get for you?
Actually, today's a little different. I'm not here to buy anything. I wanted to ask if you could take a look at some goods for me.
Just take a look? What for? Oh, I see. Let me take a look then. I mean, I can take them. I have a few regular customers I can talk to. They should be able to salvage the raw materials. Shouldn't take long at all. But,
What's wrong? If it's too much trouble, please.
He's
There's no
confused
need to
because of
force
the
it.
number of money you
No,
usually
no,
look at.
it's nothing like that. Well, anyway, let's talk prices. So all of these together, I'll give you 150,000 mora. How does
He
that
added
sound?
few extra
Oh,
zeros.
well...
No worries, no worries. The price is negotiable, of course, so we can discuss it further. If that figure's not what you had in mind, I can, bump it up a little. It'll be fine. I'm sure we can reach an agreement here.
What are your thoughts?
That's way too much.
Yes. At most, these items are only worth a couple of thousand mora.
Huh? Wait a minute. So you're really here just to sell a few things? And specifically, these things? I thought that was all code for some kind of inspection or something.
It appears so. We can't go on like this. Let's try something else. As long as we're in Liyue Harbor, this kind of misunderstanding is inevitable. If I wasn't Ningguang, Go Sonar probably wouldn't have handed all of these over to us. And you likely wouldn't be willing to buy them either.
To be completely honest, you're not wrong.
This goes against the rules we set for ourselves at the start. Are there any other ways for adventurers to make mora besides their remuneration from the guild?
Treasure hunting.
Great. I don't mind. Let's give it a try. Lead the way.
You two have a good one.
This must be the place. Let's do this.
What's her skills do? I don't even have her.
It's nothing.
Huh? Yeah! I see everything!
Give up.
It's nothing.
It feels like it's been a long time since I've gotten so physical. The feeling of creating your wealth with your own two hands is just as exhilarating as ever. Yes, I'd say so. Everything starts out small. You focus on quantity at the outset, and gradually shift to focusing on quality as your wealth builds. And let's not forget, we started with no initial capital. It's reasonable to expect building something from nothing to be highly demanding. In any case, the sight of Mora has always had a way of improving my mood, no matter what the sum is.
Let's keep it going.
I intend to. I'm not ready to stop yet. This time, let's try something a little more challenging.
Take it easy.
Don't waste my time. Your life is mine.
Ready.
Another satisfying haul. Ah, what a feeling. That's very kind of you. But I know I'm no match for a professional adventurer like yourself. For me, a battle is just a form of exercise. A way to keep fit and use up any surplus. Oh no, not yet. There's more Mora to be made. Hey, look! What's that hole in the ground?
Weasel thief.
Oh, I see. So if we catch it, there's Mora for the taking? Oh, how quaint. That was your Beto impression, was it? Well, I'm afraid I'm having far too much fun to stop what I'm doing and start bickering with you, Captain. Come on, let's go get this weasel thief. There it is! After it! Goodness, this reminds me of fishing. Not an easy catch. But we didn't let it slip away, and the haul is now ours. That's what counts. Let's see. A little over 1,000 Mora. We can't do any serious business with this amount of starting capital. We need to keep working hard. Actually, now that you mention it, I'm suddenly a little hungry. Huh. Amidst the thrill of the chase, I didn't even notice. Wangshu Inn is right there, but... Same thoughts here. After how hard we worked to get our hands on this Mora, it would be a shame to eat it all in a single sitting. In which case, I think I'll take this opportunity to show you a skill that I used to be rather proud of.
Fishing?
Yes, but the rule of the game is no fishing rods allowed. We're going fishing by hand. Come on, let's go down to the river. Loaded. This should be enough. Let's head back to land and grill them. Here, have a taste of my cooking. A fresh catch can go straight on the grill with minimal preparation and it tastes delicious, even with no seasoning. It's a little charred, that's on purpose. I just like how it tastes. Normally, I have to make a special request to the chef if I want it to taste like this. It was nothing. Back in the day, I had to hurry home after work to do my household chores. Then in the evening, it was out to the night market with the family to support our stall. I was always meticulous with the most menial of tasks. My mother always loved that about me. But by the same token, she didn't love the idea of me leaving home and starting my own business. She thought it was just an unnecessary risk when I could just carry on helping out at home instead. You'd be more likely to see me pulling up outside Wanmin Restaurant and selling grilled tiger fish from a food cart. My childhood memories run deep. I'll always have a special affection for fish. They are confined to the water, and yet they live free, swimming around wherever the mood takes them.
Not entirely.
It is. I have greatly enjoyed experiencing the adventurer lifestyle with you. When I think back on all my hard work in the past, it motivates me to face the challenges that lie ahead in the future. That sounds great. I'm looking forward to it. But, a word of warning. I am very picky about my grilled fish. I can be a tough lady to impress.
Review information. Ooh, well, it's almost past midnight.
Yes, I'm already awake. I'll be out in a moment. I'm just changing. Good morning. Did you sleep well? Oh, how strange.
Pretty sure the bottom one gives me two
something
options. Northland
I
Bank.
can see why you'd suggest that. You're thinking I could use my knowledge of how Mora works to my advantage and make a lot of money there. But Northland Bank is a special case. I rather suspect I would not be welcome there. Yes, and also... Never mind. I'll just show you. It won't eat up too much time. I expect they still hold a grudge against me to this day.
All right. I am correctly on the final path.
Ready. Hup. Take it easy.
Lady Ningguang, I would hope that you're not here to create further trouble for the Fatui. With all due respect, too much official pressure will risk driving our bank out of business.
There's no need to be so hostile. I'm just here to talk business. So, are you in business or not?
That depends on the proposal, and it's not my decision alone. But first, tell me, why should we believe that you really are here for business? Because if you're here to make us suffer huge losses like last time, then I'm sorry, but none of us here can afford that.
Straight to the point, I see. Works for me. Traveler, we're leaving. Let's not waste any more of our time here.
Wow, immediate hostility.
Do you see what I mean now? Their attitude was just as I expected. That's for sure. Although our diplomatic relations with Snezhnaya haven't broken down completely. I dealt them a rather ruthless blow with the size of the reparations payment I imposed. This sum was paid by Northland Bank, so they are still wary of me to this day. Yes, with some exceptions, but that is more or less correct. If you encounter them in any other nations during your travels, be on your guard. They are more than just a commercial organization.
Does that make this trip worth it?
That's okay. My intention here was to show you some of the repercussions of that great battle. But that's quite enough politics for today. Let's get back to our fun little survival game. Now that you mention it, yes. We're being watched. What are they plotting this time? My thoughts exactly. But we need to be discreet. If they realize we're onto them, then we'll lose the element of surprise. Let's act natural, determine who our tail is, then lure them somewhere more deserted so we can catch them. Keep moving, just walk forward at a normal pace and don't do anything to give away that we suspect anything.
Join
Suspicious
the
person.
Adventurers Guild. You'll have a blast.
Okay, I think we have a few potential suspects. There's a lot of foot traffic here, but if you look closely, you'll see only a handful of people have been watching us constantly. But I'm still not sure which of them is our tail. Agreed. Whoever it is will continue to follow us.
Snezinayan over there. Suspicious person there.
Jewelry's out of stock, but we have some new items in. The key here is consumer psychology.
I think we've narrowed it down a little further, but let's stay calm until we're 100% sure. It shouldn't take much longer.
So much stuff. I need to find a spot where I can write all this down.
Nope, there he is there. All the other people are doing their own thing. It's definitely that blonde over there.
I think I have the answer. Let's get out of his line of sight and sneak up on him. Don't get the wrong person, though, or all our efforts will have been for nothing.
What are you doing?
Come now. Did you really think we wouldn't notice you sneaking around?
What? I'm not doing anything.
I don't know what scheme Northland Bank has in the works, and I don't know what they're paying you. But let's make a deal. How cooperative you are now decides how much immunity I give you when this gets investigated. Or do you seriously think Northland Bank won't throw you to the wolves when push comes to shove? Why don't you weigh the pros and cons and give me a clear answer before I retract my offer?
Sorry, Lady Ningguang. My assignment was just to follow you, I promise, that's it. When you showed up unannounced at Northland Bank, everyone was instantly on high alert. We figured you must be up to something, but your brief conversation left us none the wiser as to your intentions. We couldn't just overlook it. We had to get to the bottom of it before we could put our minds at rest.
I know they're wary of me, but this is still an overreaction, surely. This all feels very suspicious. There must be more to this than he is letting on. I only took you there to demonstrate how tense things are. Somehow we only tested the waters, but ended up with the catch of the day. Is there anyone else following us besides you?
Yes. They would have seen this and reported back.
Then we need to get moving. The longer they have to react, the fewer clues they'll leave behind. No time. I'll just have to improvise. Keep him with you. Do not let him slip away.
Loaded.
Are you saying that Ningguang hasn't done anything? Impossible. She wouldn't have shown up here out of the blue without good reason. Keep investigating. We must ascertain her intentions.
So much commotion. This must be an important meeting.
Oh, great.
It looks like I wasn't supposed to be privy to the contents of this particular meeting. This simplifies things.
So, you are here to investigate us after all. Where did you get wind of this?
That doesn't matter. What matters is that I made a brief and inconsequential visit, and your first reaction was to immediately arrange a sizable surveillance operation with myself as the target. You couldn't have advertised your guilty conscience more clearly if you'd tried. You may as well come clean. You know I will not turn a blind eye to any violation of the rules in Liyue Harbor.
Even if we cooperate with her investigation, she's bound to find problems even where there are none. Well, if you're such a stickler for the rules, you can carry out your investigation by the book. The Northland Bank has no obligation to cooperate, even with a member of the Liyue Qixing.
Fine by me. Then I'll take my time. But you'll be begging to tell me everything by the time I'm through.
Oh, and we're done. Oh, and that took an hour and 41 minutes. That's longer than usual. Alright, Yuki Shinobu.
I do apologize. As I've explained before, it's a constant battle for Mr. Arataki with his mental instabilities. I know it's caused no end of problems for you, and I can assure you that he regularly feels very remorseful about that too.
Doubt it.
Exactly. Yes, and that's why he has such a big heart for other people struggling with similar issues. The Arataki support group was actually founded precisely to try and bring something positive out of that. Yes, all of them are good, honest people underneath. It's just a shame that they still haven't found a cure after all this time. Oh, but no, not me. I'm not a sufferer.
She is planning out an entire speech.
Huh? Ah, just the person I need. Mr. Uesugi, my friend here can confirm everything I've told you about Mr. Arataki. To put it simply, he experiences strong emotion more acutely than most and easily becomes highly excitable.
That's true
And
enough.
deep down inside, all the members of the Arataki support group are some of the most down-to-earth, kind-hearted people you could ever meet.
Yep. Okay. That's not the full story.
Even the Traveler is here to vouch for the Arataki gang. So you're saying we've had them wrong all this time?
Otherwise, how would they have been able to keep her?
You make a good point. You know, I heard Yoriki Owada saying how the Arataki gang's deputy has studied abroad and is well versed in the law. I was wondering why someone with that much talent would choose to stay with the Arataki gang. Here's the thing, though. We have solid evidence that those three were illegally posting flyers everywhere, and we've received a lot of complaints from members of the local community. I appreciate what you're saying and everything. I'm just not sure I can let them off so easily.
Please accept my sincere apologies once again for all of that. Mamoru and the others probably believe that they would be able to reach more people in need this way. Unfortunately, they were so eager to help that they ended up causing more problems than they solved. The Arataki support group assumes full responsibility. We will work quickly to restore the clean and tidy living environment that the community quite rightly expects. But with only myself available, I'm afraid that it could take a very long time to remove all the flyers. Having their help would have made things much quicker. I'm just a little concerned that if progress is too slow, the complaints will only keep coming, which ultimately only makes more work for you and your colleagues.
All right, fine. I'll go fetch them. But don't think I'm gonna make a habit of this.
Finally, we're saved.
Hey, hey! I knew Shinobu wouldn't abandon us.
What up? The Arataki gang is back in town.
Sorry, they're getting a little overexcited at the prospect of being able to serve the community.
All right, guys. Make sure you get every last one of those flyers back, okay? And don't forget to apologize to the residents and ask for forgiveness.
I assure you, there won't be any problems. Will there, guys?
Yes? No problems.
We'll be sure to get the job done.
She is their handler.
I really hope letting them go was the right decision. They better not cause any more trouble.
There they are.
All right then, Shinobu. We'll go apologize then?
Yeah, we'd better be quick or...
Not so fast. Last month, you almost got the fire brigade out when you were roasting lavender melons. 5 days ago, you angered the whole neighborhood by hosting the great sing-along in the middle of the night. And today, you go plastering flyers all over town. How many times will you have to be arrested before this stops?
But we put up those flyers to tell everyone how great the Arataki gang is.
No more excuses. You know, I had real plans at Uyu Restaurant today. But it looks like you guys need a little slap on the wrist first.
Help! Please, you don't want to do this. You could have just left us in jail instead.
Back away.
Are you serious?
Shinobu, please! Calm down! Calm down!
My store is offering...
Oh.
There we go.
Number one.
You got off lightly. I have more important things to do today. We'll finish this off tomorrow, is that clear?
Huh? Tomorrow? Do we have to?
Excuse me?
Got it. We'll leave you to your other plans.
I absolutely
Why did you just
would.
stand there and watch?
Don't you care about us at all?
Better to get it out of the way.
I guess that's true. And the longer she puts it off, the angrier she gets. But she said there'll be more to come tomorrow. Oh, if only Shinobu was busy tomorrow, too.
Hey, how about we hold her up somehow, so she still has things left to do tomorrow?
These guys have
If we
no
end up
concept of
sabotaging
time.
Shinobu's work, even Boss wouldn't be able to protect us. Would he?
Yeah, if Shinobu ever found out it was us, I don't even want to think about it.
Yeah.
No way. We won't do anything bad. We're just gonna go and have a look and, hold things up if it's possible. I mean, we can't just sit here and do nothing, can we? If you don't trust us, why don't you come and watch? To keep an eye on us.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with just taking a look. Who knows? Maybe it'll give us some other ideas. Also, if the Traveler's there, we can probably talk her way out if we get discovered.
Okay then. From what Shinobu was just saying now, she should be heading to the Uyu restaurant. Let's quietly follow her and just see how it goes.
Oh my goodness. Y'all really want to follow this ninja character around like that?
Is there anything in the world that will satisfy my taste buds?
Okay, so I do need to go inside.
Looks like they're not on the first floor. Maybe they're upstairs.
This is Miss Kuki Shinobu, whom I've recommended to you before.
Hello, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Kuki Shinobu. I studied law in Liyue, so while I couldn't claim to be an expert, I do have a rudimentary grasp of the basics.
From what I've heard, Miss Kuki, I'm sure you're being very modest. I'm looking forward to working together.
I can assure you that she is exceptionally capable. All the Doshin from the police station have vouched for her abilities.
Well, with such a glowing endorsement, I'm almost tempted to ask you if you'd like to start right away, Miss Kuki.
You flatter me, Madame Norika. But perhaps we can discuss the role in detail over our meal before deciding how well I'm suited to the role.
Oh, forgive me for getting ahead of myself. You're quite right, Miss Kuki. Let's continue this discussion as we dine, or the food will get cold.
It's quite understandable to be hungry for top talent.
Akira, Genta, did you hear that? Is Shinobu at a job interview? And look who it's with, the Tenryo Commission Tengu.
Never thought I'd see that self-important Tengu acting so polite. Who's that other woman they're with? Some big shot official?
Well, duh! That Tengu is the Shogunate's general, so that other lady has gotta be someone ridiculously high up.
Well, whoever it is, it looks like Shinobu is gonna take a new job with the Shogunate. You heard them. The job's practically hers already.
But without Shinobu,
Dudes,
what's gonna happen to the Arataki gang?
We gotta do something! Quick, let's go tell the boss! He should be looking for Oni Kabuto nearby! Are you sure we should go up there? I gotta psych myself up first.
Into the shadows.
Boss! Bad news, boss! Really bad!
Whoa, hey! What's with the panic vibes, huh? This is the Arataki gang, remember? It ain't bad news till we show up, am I right? So come on, what's up?
It's Shinobu! She...
Shinobu's gonna go work for the Tengu!
What? Shinobu found a new job? You have got to be kidding me.
No, it's true, boss. We saw her at the interview with our own eyes, didn't we?
That slimy. I knew that Tengu had her greedy eyes on Shinobu. I mean, she's obviously jealous of the Arataki gang's top-class talent, but now she's trying to poach my people? That thieving Tengu!
Shouldn't we ask Shinobu
But they're
first?
already asking her for a start date!
It's in the bag. The interview is clearly just a formality.
Well, based on my experience of interviewing once every 3 days, I know for a fact that they will have been plotting this for a long time by now.
Misunderstanding?
Oh, there is no way she... Well, actually, you know what? You could be right. She does get treated pretty well in the Arataki gang. I mean, every time we win some snacks, she does get first pick.
But I heard that a day's salary in the Shogunate is enough to buy a week's worth of snacks for the whole gang.
Yeah, but still, in the Arataki gang, we have a more relaxed working environment, don't we? Seriously, have you ever seen that Tengu smile? No! She always has that same sour look on her face.
But we seem to be the only ones who are relaxed, no? Every time we get caught, Shinobu's the one who has to come and get us out.
Do you think maybe, after we got arrested for posting flyers this time, Shinobu finally had enough?
Wait, so it's not a misunderstanding then?
It's all our fault! We made Shinobu angry, and now she's found a new job!
Boss, what are we gonna do? Without Shinobu, the Arataki
I honestly
gang won't
wanted to
survive.
spend more time with Shinobu.
All right, you guys, come with me. We'll go door to door and apologize, and we'll tear down all the flyers.
What? But boss, it took you months to make those.
Don't you think I know that? I know what it took. We have to show Shinobu we're truly sorry, and this is... it's the only way.
Boss!
Also, I need you to do something for me. Go find Shinobu and tell her you want an interview. If you tell Shinobu that you want to join us, suddenly she'll have a whole different outlook on the future of the Arataki gang. With you and Shinobu as my trusty number twos and Arataki numero uno Ito running the show, we'd be unstoppable. The Shogunate would have a tough time competing with us then, huh?
Whoa, nice one, boss. The Arataki gang rules.
What do you say, partner?
Okay.
Okay, I'll leave Shinobu to you then. Boys, we've got some apologies to make.
All right then. You can expect us to be in touch very soon to follow up, Miss Kuki.
It's getting late. I should get back. I hope that the next time we meet, we'll be at the headquarters of the Tenryo Commission.
Thank you. I'm truly honored. Huh? When did you get here? Huh? Whatever. What did you want? Have Genta and the guys caused a scene again?
Request an interview.
An interview? You want to join the Arataki gang? You haven't consumed any strange substances, have you?
Once.
So this isn't a joke. Huh. That kind of makes this even more concerning. It's not like you don't know the Arataki gang, so what's gotten into you? I mean, what sparked your interest in joining?
I feel like I'm lying to her. Oh, the
I
people
see.
are amusing enough.
Well, enjoying it from the outside is one thing, but actually being in the gang is a whole different story. I have to go into town to take care of some routine gang business. You can come with me. Consider it your internship. After that, if you still want to join us, we'll see how it goes.
Ah, Shinobu. Can I get you anything?
No thanks, Mr. Shimura. I'm actually here to apologize on behalf of the Arataki gang for the whole posting flyers incident.
Oh, that. Don't worry about it. Your boss and his pals already came to apologize. Not only did they take down all the flyers, they cleaned up the shop for me, too.
Wait, are you sure that was the Arataki gang? Did the leader have horns on his head?
Sure did. Ah, it looks like at long last, they've turned over a new leaf.
How is this possible?
Your influence?
I find this all very hard to believe. Let's head to Tsukumomono Groceries.
Welcome to Tsukumomono Groceries. What can I do for you?
Sorry, Miss Aoi. I'm here on behalf of the Arataki gang regarding the incident with the flyers.
Oh, the flyers? A bunch of guys came by and cleaned them up already. They also kept loudly proclaiming that they were gonna compensate me in full if it was the last thing they did. This whole thing really wasn't a huge deal, so I told them that if they really wanted to make it up to me, they could just buy something from the shop. They huddled together and discussed it for a while, and in the end they bought the most expensive item in the store, even though all four of them had to empty their pockets to get enough mora.
What the? Have they really had a change of heart? There's one more person we need to apologize to. Let's go.
Oh,
Hey,
kid.
girl in the mask! Guess what? The guy with the horns came to see me, and he gave me back all the snacks he won off me yesterday.
Wow, did he? Well, I also brought some snacks. You can take them too. Then you'll have extra in case they come to play cards with you again.
No need. They promised they're never gonna take my snacks again.
Is this really the same Arataki gang I know? No, I have to see it with my own eyes.
Huh? Look, they're down there right now.
Take it easy.
It's really them. Huh. Unbelievable.
Hey, are you posting flyers again?
No, we're innocent. We're cleaning them up.
You Tenryo Commission types. Maybe if you opened your eyes, you'd see that people can change. Ever think of that?
Oh my god.
Playing the blame game before you
This
even understand the
arm.
situation. No wonder you're always catching the wrong
This
people.
grin.
Sorry, Doshin. Please don't mind them. They're just a little overexcited.
Ah! Shinobu and the Traveler! We're saved!
I know how preposterous it sounds, but they have in fact been cleaning up the flyers. Numerous witnesses in this area can attest to that.
But I just heard about a street gang who've been reported for posting flyers. And look at this thing. This is clearly the guy with the horns. Even the expression is identical.
Oh, turns out this Tenryo blockhead's a real art connoisseur. Yeah, really captures my style, doesn't it?
So, you admit it then? Right, that's it. You're coming with me to the police station.
Wait, please. I can explain.
What's going on?
So sorry, Madam Norika. I'm just stopping some hooligans from posting flyers.
We already told you we are innocent. Are you even listening?
You've been detained at the police station for graffiti countless times. You're really trying to tell me you're an innocent man?
Well, Oni, but that's beside the point. It's different this time. I swear.
Doshin, this is Miss Kuki, a business partner of mine. I can vouch for her honest and forthright character. If her friends have done anything wrong, she will not hide it. Perhaps we could hear her out first? After all, since we're going to be working together in a few days, it would be a shame to let something like this come between us, don't you think?
Working together? Oh, you mean the thing Madam Kujo-Sara briefed us on? Understood. We will hear your explanation.
All right.
I see. So, you did post the flyers, but then you did the responsible thing and came back to clear them up. It seems I jumped to conclusions on this occasion. Please, accept my apologies.
No apology needed. We know how much trouble we've created for you in the past.
Well, I'm glad to see that the misunderstanding is resolved. Well, I will see you soon. I hope we can work together effectively.
Most certainly, ma'am.
Boss, did you hear what they said? This means Shinobu has already made her decision?
Yep, looks like it's time for us to make a decision too. Move to the backup plan.
Guys, chill. What are you up to now?
Shinobu, thank you for everything!
Hey, what's this all about?
Shinobu, this is a parting gift from all of us in the Arataki gang. We all pitched in and bought you this from Tsukumomono Groceries. We know it's nothing compared to your salary in the Shogunate, but...
A Naku weed bracelet? What am I supposed to do with this?
Shinobu, don't forget about us when you're at the Tenryo Commission. We'll all try and be better people, and better Oni. We promise to stay out of trouble and not make your job difficult.
Wait, who said I'm leaving?
Also, Shinobu, when you couldn't find your snacks last week, the truth is, I ate them.
And last month, I stole that toy we won, and when you came and asked me for it, I lied, and I told you it was broken.
Hey, no crying. We talked about this. Send her off with a smile, all right? Who are we? We're the...
Oh my
The
goodness.
Arataki gang. Shinobu is moving on to better things. We should be happy for her.
You're right. You're right, boss. The Arataki gang rolls.
Hey, don't you start too.
Oh, is this the Arataki gang you mentioned, Miss Kuki? What an interesting group of people.
Yes, sorry for making a scene.
I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Norika, a merchant who does business between Inazuma and Liyue. Recently, I've been negotiating a business deal with the Tenryo Commission regarding medical supplies.
Huh? A merchant? Wait, so you're not a Shogunate official?
Of course not. I'm just a merchant. I was lucky enough to secure exclusive sales rights for some new first aid supplies from Boo Boo Pharmacy recently. So I thought I would ask the Tenryou Commission if they would be interested in establishing a long-term supply relationship. Injuries are a regular occurrence in the army, after all. Cross-border trade is a complicated affair, but fortunately, Madame Kujo Sara was able to bring in a legal consultant proficient in the laws of both nations.
Oh, you mean Shinobu?
That's right. Thanks to Miss Kuki, our negotiations went very smoothly. The rest of the process will probably take another 10 to 15 days. After that, I will have to borrow Miss Kuki from you again for a while.
Thought
I
so.
can definitely spare the time, so long as these guys stay out of trouble.
Yes. I have a little compensation for you all. Here, some trial packs of our new supplies. Miss Kuki tells me that you often find yourselves in injury-prone situations. I heartily recommend our product.
This is unexpected.
So she's really a merchant.
Oh, you guys, I knew you must have gotten the wrong idea. Shinobu would never quit. Look at all this fuss you made over nothing. Planning a whole leaving ceremony.
But wasn't the backup plan your idea, boss?
All right, well, if we're done here, I'm gonna head to Tsukumomono Groceries and see if they'll let me return the bracelet.
Wait up, boss! We'll come with you!
Hold it right there. Last week's snacks, last month's toy. What else aren't you telling me?
Oh,
Yeah, not getting away
the thing
that
is,
easy.
You see...
You've all got your new first aid supplies. Don't you want to test them out?
Run, run, run!
Oh my goodness. Ah, that was fun.
All right then, Shinobu.
Defend
Don't
them.
feel sorry for them. They need to learn their lesson.
I can beat them up, or more important, they apologize. I'll beat them up.
Really?
Huh?
Sometimes the rules are more effective.
Rules? You're saying we should lay down some rules for the guys?
The Knights of Favonius have a handbook in the middle. By a strict contract.
It's true. Having a clear set of regulations and penalties could help establish behavioral norms for our members. Is that really why I can never get them to change? Because the Arataki gang doesn't have any written rules and regulations?
Hey, are you getting this? What do they mean?
I'm not sure, but it sounds like... it doesn't involve us getting beaten up?
Let me think about it. The Arataki Gang Handbook.
Study? They're not gonna make us memorize a whole book, are they?
No way! I take the beating over that!
Hey guys, Shinobu seems distracted. Maybe we should slip away while we can.
Yes, if we can make them learn the rules by heart, it's sure to have some amount of influence on their behavior. But knowing what they're like, to really get it into their heads, I'll have to assign plenty of homework assignments and give them pop quizzes each day. Where'd they go? Well, given that this way is Tenshukaku and the police station, you can bet they'll have fled in the opposite direction. Who knows what chaos they'll cause next if we leave them to their own devices? I'm gonna need your help. Let's catch these kids before they do something stupid.
I like how perpetually fed up she is.
Huh? That's the owner of Isa Bathhouse. What's he looking at?
What was that? I was just doing some cleaning when I suddenly heard a loud noise outside. I got to the door just in time to see a shadowy figure disappear up that This is a busy street. Surely...
on, get up. What are you crouching there for?
Ah! Shinobu! What are you doing up here?
Hey, what do you think you're doing climbing up on someone else's roof?
Oh, sorry. Coming down.
If you're gonna horse around, fine. But you have to know when to rein it in, okay? It's darn lucky you didn't break any roof tiles. Otherwise, I'd have to close the place down while I get it fixed.
Sorry!
We're very sorry. I will be much stricter with him in the future. If, on closer inspection, you do find any damage, please come to Hanamizaka and ask for me. The Arataki gang will bear the cost of repairs.
It's okay. All's well that ends well. It's just, if you carry on like this, causing mischief day after day, night after night, sooner or later accidents are gonna happen. I can see that you're a reasonable person. For your own sake, find a way to keep your subordinates in line.
I will. Thank you for understanding. For the sake of both the Arataki gang and the community, I will get them to start behaving themselves as a matter of urgency.
We'll do better, we promise.
Listen carefully. From now on, you must strictly abide by the gang bylaws of the Arataki gang. Gang bylaws Article 1. Do not damage other people's property. In case of violation, the members shall compensate the victim for their full losses, including the cost of repairs, lost business hours, and, depending on the situation, compensation for emotional distress. If the offending member cannot immediately afford to pay the compensation, the Arataki gang will extend to the member a loan for the full sum, on the condition that they take on paid employment and repay the loan within an agreed time period, including interest, of course. As a further security, all of the offending member's gang assets, including Oni Kabuto and Genius Invocation TCG cards, will be frozen until the loan is repaid in full.
No, I'm sorry. I get it now. I promise.
Good. Then no more violations in the future. Now, where are Genta and Akira?
Boss said that a fellow gang member is a brother from another mother, and we should never betray the brotherly bond.
If they violated the gang bylaws and you're withholding knowledge of their whereabouts, you'll be punished as an accomplice along with them.
Hanamizaka! They went to Hanamizaka! I saw it with my own eyes.
Let's go. I hope they haven't caused any trouble.
Shinobu, you can see I've learned my lesson for real this time. So maybe...
Shut up and get a move on. If you try and run away again, you'll only have yourself to blame for the consequences.
What are we gonna do? Do we really have to give up on playing Genius Invocation today?
We could try playing somewhere else. But where else apart from under the bridge can we escape from the grown-ups?
Oh, I know! We can get Yoimiya to set off some fireworks and scare off the guy that took our spot.
That's kinda mean. Although he kicked us out first.
Yeah, so it's his own fault. I think maybe we should just go home and do our home. People who spend all their time playing and never studying turn into the kind of grown-ups who hang out under bridges too.
Thank you, kids.
Why are you still hiding here? Come on out.
Oh, Shinobu.
Whoa! The guy who stole our spot, he came out!
Sorry, we're coming up.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have stolen your spot. Well, at least not without a fair fight first. Let me make it up to you. As punishment, I'll play a game of Genius Invocation with you.
That's not a punishment.
Huh? Cool, count me in. In the Arataki gang, the victor shares the spoils. No, wait. Brothers share our burdens. So, punish us together.
I don't know. Maybe not.
It's so noisy over here. The grown-ups will definitely find us. If they find out that we came out to play cards before finishing our homework, we'll never be allowed to play again.
Besides, if we never do our homework and play Genius Invocation all the time, we'll probably turn into big losers when we grow up.
Ha.
Huh? Seriously? You mean like this guy?
Oh, brother. Quick, let's get back and do our homework!
Hey, you little rascals.
Stop. Leave them alone. They're just kids. Gang Bylaws Article 2. No bullying of small children.
Bylaws? What are they?
Never mind that. Just listen.
Violators must give a sincere and unreserved apology to the victim and make amends. Until such a time as the victim forgives the violator, they will be banned from participating in all gang activities, including lavender melon roasting sessions, the Great Sing-Along, Oni Kabuto battles, and Genius Invocation TCG.
No!
Don't pretend to be the victim here. Tell me, where is Akira?
Boss said that homies are family, and family don't rat each other out. Especially not to Shinobu.
Go on.
He was heading out of the city. I saw him with my own eyes.
All the
When
time.
Shinobu gives me the look, I react automatically. I can't control it.
As members of the Arataki gang, we brothers share our burdens. If that means getting taught a lesson, then we take it as a team.
Out of the city? A Doshin from the police station told me that things have been getting pretty rough out there recently. Let's go. Hopefully we can catch up with him.
Hey, how did Shinobu find me so quickly? Mamoru, did you?
Oh, jeez, I'm just so worried about Akira, you know? He could be in real trouble. Quick, we gotta catch up with him.
Alright, where is he? Oh, you're not talking.
I swear, I've never known Akira to run so fast before.
I can't keep going. I think I'm actually gonna die.
Something
I
wrong?
heard from the police station about a group of Kairagi on the prowl outside the city.
You have to be pretty unlucky.
Well, anyway, the best we can do is find him as soon as possible. There's a lot of terrain to cover here. I think we might have to split up. I'll get Mamoru and Genta somewhere safe and tell them to stay put. Then, I'll go south, you go north. Thanks.
Alright.
Ready.
There you are, big guy.
I wonder if I can hide in this box. Huh? Ah! Shinobu! Please have mercy! Huh? Oh. You scared the heck out of me. I was so sure she'd be with you. Oh, boy. This is lucky.
Okay.
I closed my eyes and I just ran and ran. And then I tripped and fell, and this is where I ended up. And what do you know? It's the perfect hiding place. Even comes with these huge boxes. If I can squeeze myself inside one of them, Shinobu will never find me. Ah, don't sell me out. Boss said our gang is our clan, and...
I'm not a member.
Well, friends should look out for each other, too. Anyway, please help me empty out one of these boxes.
Kairagi might show up.
Kairagi?
Kairagi.
Wait a second. This sounds like Shinobu trying to scare me out of hiding. Even if it's not, I still feel like I'd rather face a bunch of Kairagi than an angry Shinobu. I went so far this time. Shinobu's gonna be furious with me. Yeah, I think I better stay in hiding for a while.
This must be the split path. Come with me.
You will? How do I know you mean that?
3.
I guess with you there, maybe Shinobu really will let me off this time. Okay, I'll come with you. I'm putting my life in your hands here. Shinobu!
I
That's
finished searching the
unexpected.
south and noticed you hadn't returned, so I came to see what was up on your end. Looks like I was just in time.
Help me! You promised!
Shinobu?
Relax, I'm not going to do anything.
Shinobu! Spare me! Huh? Did I hear you right?
We go through this song and dance every day. Even an omnipresent god would have a tough time keeping track of you all. Besides, even when I teach you a lesson, it's not long before you're up to your usual antics again.
Ha ha! In the Arataki gang, we call that being too legit to quit.
Not now.
From now on, we will be using the gang bylaws of the Arataki gang as the new disciplinary tool. I've got the basics thought out already. Once it's finished, it'll be time for class. Mamoru and Genta are waiting for you at Hanamizaka. You can make a study group and test each other on the rules.
Wait! What? Are you serious? Help!
Oh my goodness.
Ah! I'm a member of the Arataki gang. I ain't about to waste my life studying and doing homework. I'm out of here.
Oh, no, you're not.
Gang Bylaws Article 3. Insubordination shall be punished by making the member recite all the bylaws from memory. Oh, Myodo is so mysterious.
I wonder what's on
John Doe was playing cards with a child. When he lost the game, he got angry and proceeded to steal his opponent's cards. Which article of the gang bylaws did John Doe violate?
2.
You kidding me? He was mad about losing, so he robbed a kid? Which gang is this John Doe punk from? We gotta go teach him a lesson.
Yeah, everyone knows don't hate the player, hate the game. Who does this clown think he is?
Just answer the question. Also, John Doe is just a hypothetical character. Welcome to the class. Pretty difficult to say so far, but at least the punishments I use in class will get them spending their energy on something meaningful. If it keeps them out of trouble, I'll consider it a win.
What punishments?
You'll see very shortly. Hey, have you got an answer for me yet?
The one about not bullying children, that's the second one, right? But then it also kind of fits damaging property, which is the first.
How about I answer Article 1 and you answer Article 2? One of us has got to be right, so at least we won't get punished as hard.
All right, Shinobu, we've decided...
Wrong. John Doe violates both Articles 1 and 2 of the gang bylaws, and the additional notes to Article 2, Clause 36 also apply in this case. As for your punishment, each of you must write out all the relevant rules in full 3 times.
No.
Alright, let's see what... Let's try and save him from the Karagi. Start a fight with the evil gang.
Huh? Ah! Shino... Huh? Thanks. Why is there so much stuff in here? It's so cramped. Oh, shoot. There go the flyers. Woo, finally made it. But now there are flyers everywhere. Well, can't do anything about it now. Can you go back and see what Shinobu's up to? I need to figure out how long I need to lie low before she calms down.
Did you find anything?
No.
That's too bad. My search didn't turn anything up either. I just spoke to a Doshin. Apparently, the Kairagi are smuggling some supplies and they've hidden them in this area. They could come back at any moment to collect them. I just hope Akira doesn't run into them.
What do they look
I'm
like?
told they're stored in a few wooden boxes. What's wrong? You have this really weird look on your face right now. Wait, what? Never mind. Let's go.
Alright, we got ourselves a fight. Alright, let's see how many... How good... Alright, 579 elemental mastery.
Take it easy. Is this the place?
Yeah, but...
No boxes, and a whole bunch of footprints. We got here just too late. They can't have been gone for long, and with the supplies weighing them down, they couldn't have gotten far. Let's follow the footprints.
Into the shadows.
Beyond this point, there are weeds everywhere, and the footprints are hard to make out. Wait, is that one of the flyers they make? There they are!
You little brat! Where are the supplies? What did you do with them?
I think they probably ended up in the sea?
You idiot! You've ruined everything! Ugh, and you've stuck these hideous flyers all over the box. What do you take us for, huh?
Nothing. I mean, I didn't mean anything.
Our deal can't go ahead now. You are going to pay for this.
Huh? Well, wait! You'd better not mess with me. I'm from the Arataki gang.
Come again?
The Arataki gang!
Never heard of it.
You don't want to get on the wrong side of my boss. Even the general of the Shogun's army doesn't dare to challenge him. And Shinobu, too. She's got connections all over Inazuma and Liyue. And you're here! And Shinobu!
So you're the Shinobu he's talking about, huh? Well, I don't know if I believe a word this little brat says. So tell me this. If you're really such a big shot, why do you hang out with this nobody?
In the Arataki gang, nobody's a nobody. Listen and learn. Gang Bylaws, Article 3. When one of us is in trouble, all of us come to their aid.
Bylaws? Do we even have those?
We do now.
You asked for it!
Shinobu, watch out!
It's my lucky day.
Oh, this one's worse.
Dissipate!
Hey!
Gotcha. Ready.
Hand over the supplies. What the? Who are you?
Akira, what have you gotten us into?
I didn't know they were gonna give them to the Fatui. Oh, I thought I was a goner for sure.
So these Kairagi were just pawns of the Fatui. Didn't see that coming. If we pass this information to the Tenryo Commission, it might go a long way towards making up for our past crimes.
Huh? Shinobu? You mean I did something good this time?
Oh.
In terms of the result, yes.
I mean, yeah, that
Phew,
far.
that was a close call.
Oh, hell no.
However, in terms of the process, you're a member of the Arataki gang, and you're out of breath just from fighting a handful of Kairagi and Fatui. Making up for our past crimes is one thing, but you really need some more hands-on training.
Yeah, she is not letting them be happy.
Shinobu! Shinobu, no! Help!
Oh, we still got 2 more endings.
All right then, Shinobu. We'll go apologize then?
Yeah, we'd better...
Alright. Think defending them gives me
Don't
more
feel
options.
sorry for them.
More important, they apologize.
Yes! Shinobu, please just let us go apologize.
If someone else complains, they'll only arrest us again.
And then you'll be forced to help us out again.
I suppose I'll have to teach you a lesson later. So then, where did you post all your flyers,
Well, we left a few on the counter at Shimura's.
We figured that people might take a look while they're eating. Also, the bulletin board at Tsukumomono Groceries.
And, also...
Just say it.
Right, of course! Also, on the mountain path leading up to the Grand Narukami Shrine.
We wanted to send the message. Why pray to the gods when you can call for the Arataki gang? But we'd only distributed a few before a terrifying fox lady appeared right behind us.
How terrifying would that be?
Don't make me relive the memory.
Well, anyway, by the time we recovered our wits, we were already at the police station.
We were actually pretty relieved to be there under the circumstances.
Yeah, because it meant we'd escaped from the fox lady. Huh? Shinobu, why are you looking at us like that?
Extra angry.
It looks like I need to knock some serious sense into you after all.
You said it was just gonna be a slap on the wrist!
We've learned our lesson, honest!
Help!
Uh-huh. Alright, it does work. Alright. Back to the game. Let's apologize to Miko.
No way! We're not going back there. We're gonna stay as far away from her as possible.
Shinobu, we're gonna go apologize to Kanbei now. Bye.
Oh, yeah. And Aoi too. Hey, wait up!
I swear I've never seen them run that fast before. Of all the places they could cause a scene, they just had to pick the shrine. I guess I'll have to suck it up and go sort this out.
I don't want to call.
It's not that I don't know anyone there, it's just... Okay, fine. It'll probably go more smoothly with you there. The sooner this is over, the better. I don't want to spend a second longer at that place than I have to.
Reminds me of the chasm.
Anyway, thank you for coming with me.
There's Mika. I mean...
Well, hello
Hi,
there,
Miko.
little one. Oh, I see you brought a special guest.
Lady Guji, I'm here to apologize on behalf of the Arataki gang. We will remove all the flyers and compensate the shrine appropriately for any damages. I hope Lady Guji can forgive their appalling behavior.
So that's why you're here. Yes, that is a tricky situation. This is the Grand Narukami Shrine, after all. Ultimately, their actions here are tantamount to disrespecting the Shogun herself.
Oh, she's about to try and have some fun.
So how about this? I've already assigned a shrine maiden to clear up your little flyers. So at this
Yep,
moment,
saw
we are
that
a little
coming.
understaffed at the shrine. You mentioned appropriate compensation. Perhaps you could fill in for this shrine maiden and
saw
greet
that
visitors
coming.
for the day,
I'm afraid I have to
Absolute
refuse.
worst button to
Oh?
push.
Such a hasty refusal. Do you think that's wise? Goodness, who knows what Tenshukaku would make of this if they heard about it?
I can't believe it.
Never let her lead you by the nose.
Oh, dear me, don't you trust me? I'm heartbroken. You're both impossible. Go on then. Go lend a hand to the Shrine Maiden in charge of removing the... You can have it your way. Take down all the flyers and that will be the end of it. Is that accommodating enough for you?
Yes, suspiciously
I agree.
so.
This seems out of character for her. Still, getting rid of the flyers should be the Arataki gang's responsibility. Even if there's a catch to this, it can't be as bad as being a Shrine Maiden for the day. Thanks for sticking with me this far. You can leave the rest to me.
Do we have an agreement? Well then, no backing out now. The Shrine Maiden I tasked with cleaning up is just outside the shrine. You'll know her when you see her. She is your sister, after all.
Miyuki?
Let's leave it there, shall we?
Bitch.
Work hard now.
Oh.
So she still got me in the end. I hate to have to do this, but please stick with me for a little longer. Also, as of right now, you're chief advisor of the Arataki gang.
Chief advisor?
I'm sorry, it's all a bit complicated. Come on, let's go outside and find her.
Miko, you absolute bitch.
Take it easy.
Kuki Shinobu.
Of course.
Kuki.
Lady Yai personally assigned this task to me. Oh, it's you, Traveler. Long time no see. Lady Yai has instructed me to clean up all the flyers on the mountain. As for why someone would put these up at a shrine in the first place? Unbelievable. Who was behind it, I wonder? Huh? Who's that standing behind you?
Miyuki, it's been a while.
Shinobu, you finally decided to come back.
Sorry, no. I'm here for other reasons.
Oh, really? The whole family's worried about you. They might not always say the right thing, but deep down...
I'm doing fine, and there's no need to worry about me. There. Just tell them that.
I'm gonna need more to go on than that. What's this I've been hearing from visitors? That you've joined some sort of gang since returning from Liyue? That's not the worst of the rumors either. As unlikely as it sounds, I have to ask. Shinobu, did you get tricked into this or something?
I was just about to fill you in on that side of things. As it happens, the gang I work for, it's actually a legitimate international organization.
Really?
Really?
Our organization brings together the brightest talents from all over the world, including this traveler, for instance. A prominent figure in both Mondstadt and Liyue who has recently joined us as our chief advisor.
Greetings.
Wait! Lady Yai did mention something about a world-renowned traveler. So, that's you?
Pleasure's
That's
all mine.
right. A large part of the reason I traveled all the way to Liyue was for the opportunity to build contacts with these prominent individuals.
I see. Well, that makes sense. So what is the name of this organization?
The Arataki gang.
Huh. The Arataki gang? I feel like I've heard that name somewhere before. Wait. That's the name on these flyers.
I can explain. That was all due to a marketing campaign gone wrong. We came to the shrine today to clear up the misunderstanding. Our organization is relatively new to Inazuma, and one recurring issue we've had is people misinterpreting what we're about. So, we engaged a local marketing agency to help us communicate our ethos and philosophy more effectively. Unfortunately, something must have gotten misunderstood along the way because the results were quite a disaster. Although, the fault lies overwhelmingly with our partner agency in this case. As a responsible organization, we think we should be the ones to apologize and deal with the fallout. So, yeah, we can deal with this, and you can go ahead and get back to the shrine.
No way. This task was assigned to me by Lady Yai herself. Look, we can clean up together, can't we? Besides, I also want to hear all about this Arataki gang.
It's like she predicted my every move. Alright, fine. The flyers aren't particularly sticky. If we soften them up with water or loosen them up with wind, they'll probably peel right off.
Stick it to the man. Join the Arataki gang. How do I put this? The artistic style of your marketing material is very...
It's largely inspired by the abstract style, which is very popular in Mondstadt right now, and also incorporates elements from Liyue's inkwash paintings. We paid Top Mora to hire a professional artist for this, and while the finished product is a little, avant-garde, that's exactly in line with the Arataki gang's spirit of being fearlessly creative and radically disruptive.
I see. Arataki numero uno Ito, ousting his foes like a sumo supremo. This Arataki Ito, is he your leader in Inazuma? I've heard a few rumors.
Mr. Arataki is a pioneering genius and the face of our organization. Naturally, plenty of our competitors seek to smear him. Mr. Arataki is generous and easygoing by nature and is reluctant to get bogged down with fighting spurious allegations. Plus, the fact that he is an Oni can make certain topics a little tricky to navigate. Nevertheless, we still reserve the right to sue for defamation if it comes to it.
Really? Wow, that sounds tough.
She is not buying it.
The Arataki gang is filled with folks who talk the talk and walk the walk. It looks like there are some members mentioned on the back. Mamoru, Genta, Akira... Hold on. If your organization has so many members, how come you and the chief advisor had to come and apologize in person?
Well, first and foremost, we wanted to convey our most heartfelt apologies to the Shrine and to Lady Guji. Secondly, the other members are dealing with more pressing issues. Right now, they're in talks with our external marketing team about this incident. Mamoru and the others have, far greater legal expertise and negotiating skills than I do, so they had to be the ones attending the talks.
Wow. The Arataki gang managed to find staff even more qualified than you. Now that's impressive. All right. I think this area is looking good now. Let's head down the mountain.
Mama!
Oh no.
What are you doing here?
Shinobu, we're so sorry! We've come to our senses now. We can't let you face the shrine alone.
Even though we're still a little scared. Actually, I'm feeling a little weak in the knees.
Hang in there, Akira. We gotta do this. We have to go and apologize to her in person.
Huh. Akira.
Don't worry about them, Yuki. Let's get down the mountain and clear up those flyers.
It's all right, Shinobu. We've already gotten rid of all the flyers down there.
Huh? You cleaned up already? But I thought Shinobu and the Traveler were the only ones who came...
We came here as quickly as we could after we finished apologizing in the city. After all, this was all our fault.
Mamoru, Genta, and I were the ones who came up with the idea of the boss designing his own flyers, and we were the ones who put them up all over town and got arrested for it. So it just seems wrong to make Shinobu face that woman at the shrine all by herself.
Mamoru and Genta? Arrested? The flyers were designed by the boss?
Yep. And it all comes out. Busted. The bubble burster gets busted herself.
What the heck is going on here, Shinobu? Does this mean that the rumors I heard are...
True? Yes. Most of them, anyway.
So, what happened? Did you get tricked into joining them? If the rest of the family hears about this, oh, goodness gracious.
No, I joined of my own free will. It's not as spectacular as I was making it out to be, but I'm happy with what I'm doing. Go ahead and tell the family if you want. Tell them everything. I don't think being a member of the Arataki gang is anything to feel ashamed about. Even if you drag me back kicking and screaming, you know I'll only find a way to escape again.
Uh-oh. I have a feeling we've messed up again.
Is she going to turn Shinobu in? Hey, we're the ones who messed up the shrine. Shinobu had nothing to do with it.
Where's that other lady? But bring her out. Go on. She'll confirm it was all our fault.
I'm at a loss for words, Shinobu. I really am. All right, all right. I promise I won't tell anyone at home. Don't worry.
What?
You're not a little kid anymore. And you're more widely traveled and have met more people than any of us. At the end of the day, it's your choice what you decide to do. And I have to say, the rumors do unnerve me a little bit, but look, they came here to support you, despite obviously being terrified of Lady Yai. Since you've chosen the Arataki gang, just promise me you'll do your best to make all the things you used to talk about come true.
Sis.
What's going on here?
I don't know, but it looks like...
Maybe we don't need that terrifying lady to come and confirm our story after all?
Besides, if even the Traveler has decided to join, then the future of the Arataki gang looks very bright, doesn't it?
Chief Advisor, if you'd like to discuss the Arataki gang's future development, let's step to the side, please.
Oh. And now we're gonna have her worst nightmare.
Well, hello there, little one. Very good. You've learned a lot since we last met.
Yeah, or else you'll make things worse.
True. I could deal with most people if they tried to exploit my weakness. Just not her. Okay, I'll be a shrine maiden for a day. But let me be clear that this is for one day only. And one time only. Also, I'm not wearing a shrine maiden's outfit. Not happening.
Oh, well, that's a shame.
Hey, not you too!
I would like to see you in one.
That settles it then. Now, there are already a few visitors at the shrine. Make sure you take good care of them.
I know what I'm doing.
Oh, she marched off quickly. So cold. Hold on now. Would you like to be a shrine maiden for a day as well?
Are you sure I'm qualified?
It's my shrine. If I say you're qualified, then you're qualified. Besides, can you really bear the thought of leaving her here all by herself?
Who knows what happens with Miko?
So you'll stay and keep her company, yes? Don't worry, you'll both receive ample compensation for your trouble. It'll be quite worth the wait. Especially yours, I assure you.
Take it easy.
Oh, should I take the risk or... Huh? Who are you? You're shrine maidens? They sure dress different these days. I suppose this is the Grand Narukami Shrine, after all. I came across a potential business opportunity recently. They say that by financing an overseas merchant ship, you can make a 40% profit on your investment in 3
That's
months.
Suspicious.
Several of my friends have already received their returns and want me to go in with them on a bigger investment. For some reason, I was feeling a little unsure about it, so I thought I'd come to the shrine and see what the great Narukami thinks. But the fortune slip I drew is neither positive nor negative. I'm at a loss on what to make of it.
Most of the fortune slips in the shrine are pretty ambiguous.
Could it be that our god wants me to, and then maybe the day after that?
Sooner or later, you'll draw great misfortune.
If you have all that time to draw slips, why not spend it on learning more about this merchant ship instead? I've heard of a scam where people make up a bogus investment and promise high returns in a short period. In reality, they just use the new investors' money to pay existing investors their profits. Once people see the early investors making their money back, scores of other investors jump on the bandwagon, and then one day the people behind it just pack up and leave with the money.
Oh gosh, come to think of it, they haven't given me any specifics about the shipping route or itinerary.
By saying it's overseas and being economical with the details, they can filter out the folks who actually take the time to do their due diligence. It's another common tactic used by many scammers.
Wow, is that true? Praise be to the Narukami. Clearly she has been watching over me amidst my confusion. Thankfully, I hadn't agreed to anything yet.
Thank her first.
Yes, of course. Thank you, Shrine Maiden. Now that I think about it, I remember receiving similarly sound advice at this shrine in the past. That Shrine Maiden is long gone now, though. It's a real pity.
Really? What a shame. But anyway, shouldn't you be getting back now to warn your friends?
Oh, goodness, yes. I'll go and warn them all right away.
Here's hoping he manages to stop his friends in time. Right. There's another visitor. Let's see what he wants.
It seems even a change of scenery won't get the creative juices flowing. Shrine maidens. Huh. I guess I could give that a try. Oh, this was the chief editor's idea? Then no wonder it's so novel. I, on the other hand, am all out of ideas. So I came to the shrine to pray for inspiration.
Well, has it worked?
Not so far. I guess I wasn't sincere enough or something. But I'm gonna come back tomorrow. I'm sure I'll stir the heart of our god eventually.
Have you ever thought about going traveling? Inspiration comes from life experience. The more places you go, the more people you meet, the more you'll have to share with your readers.
That might be suitable
It's
for
natural
some,
to
but
run out
not
of new
all.
material when you're in the same place doing the same things every day.
That's
that
true.
valid.
I haven't gone out exploring in a long time. Actually, ma'am, you look very familiar. Have we met before? Here in the shrine?
No, you must be mistaking me for someone else. Lack of social contact can easily lead to a deterioration in facial recognition abilities.
Seriously? Oh, man. That's it. I'm packing my bags right away. Time to go traveling.
Oh, that thing I said about facial recognition probably depends on the individual. Anyway, forget that. We have a new visitor. Let's go greet them.
Please, wait a moment, ma'am. We'll work something out for you as soon as possible.
Oh, it's okay. There's no need to rush.
What's wrong?
Oh, perfect. This lady's granddaughter is going abroad soon, and she'd like to give her an omamori before she leaves. Unfortunately, we just ran out. Could I trouble you to make some more? You should be able to find the brocade bags and knots on both sides of the shrine. For the paper slips that go inside, just ask Maki. I don't think I need to go into detail on how to write the blessing and put it all together.
No, I can handle the rest.
Ah. Thank you, dear.
Great. I'll take her to wash her hands first. We'll see you in front of the sacred Sakura when you're ready.
Ah, thank you all so very much. May the great Narukami bless you.
Brocade bags, check.
Narukami, please.
so this is where the knots are.
Ah, there we go.
You need paper slips for Omamori blessings? I have a few right here. Oh, but I'm afraid I don't have a pen.
Don't worry, I got it. That's everything. Let's go give it to the lady.
Wait. What are you doing all the way back over here?
Another bad one?
Ah, there you are. Is the Omamori ready?
Almost. I just need to write the blessing. 1 second.
Here, ma'am. Please, come and pray over here.
Oh, great Narukami. Please watch over my granddaughter and keep her safe on her journey.
Ugh.
Not gonna join
This
me?
is a job for a real shrine maiden like Inagi. I wouldn't be suited to it.
Why don't you...
There are some things that mortals are powerless to control. Sometimes praying to the gods is the only thing people can do. Not to mention that the Omamori will mean a lot to our granddaughter. Maybe it'll encourage her to stay safe on her travels? So in terms of the outcome, it's beneficial. The only people I can't stand are the ones who don't think for themselves and at least try to solve their own problems. By relying on the gods for everything, all they're doing is neglecting themselves and those around them. No, that has nothing to do with it. The reason I don't want to be a shrine maiden is that I don't enjoy it. But enough about that. It looks like they've just about finished, I think. Let's go over there and say our goodbyes.
Thank you ever so much. When my granddaughter returns next year, I promise to bring her here so we can pay our respects together.
You're welcome, ma'am. Make sure to watch your step on the way down.
I will. Don't you worry now. I've walked this path many a time before.
Yeah, the mini is what
yes.
I'm worried about.
I don't believe I've thanked you yet, have I? Thank you for the Omamori. I'll make sure that my granddaughter keeps it with her.
You're welcome. Just doing my job.
It's been a long time since we last met each other at this shrine, hasn't it? So, you finally came back?
Huh? I think you've mistaken me for someone else.
Oh, really? Well, perhaps my hearing isn't as good as it used to be.
Maybe I trouble
Although
too.
this is very strange. You sound exactly like another shrine maiden I remember. She didn't talk much, but I remember her voice very well. Oh. Anyway, I hope I can hear your voice again when I return with my granddaughter next year.
Ooh, gut punch.
Yeah, you're right. I once did a stint here as a trainee shrine maiden. It was arranged by my family. Unfortunately, I have no happy memories of that period. I just remember the way my family would nag me about etiquette and remembering the rules every time I left the house. And how they'd interrogate me every time I got back from the shrine to check that I'd been on my best behavior and hadn't upset any visitors. Not once did I get a simple, "Have a nice day," or "Welcome back." I couldn't take it anymore, so I quit. I was determined to be anything but a shrine maiden. So I studied bookkeeping, worked as an editor for a while, even sat for some exams to qualify as a chef. I wear this mask to stop people from recognizing me, because I don't want them to pry into my personal affairs. Okay, enough chit-chat. It's time to report back to you-know-who.
Take it easy.
Ah, good show today, both of you. It was so much fun to watch. Would you be interested in continuing to work as shrine maidens? Or perhaps you'd like to work as editors at Yai Publishing House instead? It would be a terrible shame to let such fascinating individuals slip away out of my reach.
No thanks.
Regrettably, I must decline, Lady Guji. The Shrine and Yai Publishing House are both fantastic places to work. They're just not for me.
All right. Well, keeping you around under duress would only take all the fun out of it. Here, these are your wages as promised. Not a single mora short.
Wages? No need, Lady Gucci. I'm here today to make amends.
Oh, don't worry. I've already deducted the damages incurred by those boisterous boys from your amount. If you don't take the payment now, I'll be forced to send someone to deliver the package to the
that's
Arataki
worse.
gang.
Take the money.
Now, who should I send? Miyuki, perhaps?
No need to go to all that trouble, Lady Gucci. I'll take it today.
That's her
Good.
sister.
How about you, little one? I trust you don't have any reason to refuse.
Nope.
That's more like it. One more thing. You mustn't open the package until after you leave the shrine. Otherwise, you will be cursed with bad luck.
This should be far enough. She's always saying things like that. There's probably nothing in here but plain old Mora. Let's see. Yep, just Mora. Oh, wait, it's nothing. I'm just surprised by the amount. This Shrine Maiden gig was surprisingly lucrative. Definitely not. No amount of Mora could make me enjoy that job. Let's see your share then. With no damages deducted, it should be even more, right? Huh, that's weird. It's just a single thin sheet. Wait, what are you laughing at?
Talk to the Electro Archon whenever you are troubled.
Oh my goodness. I can see that's why. I can see why that's our payment. All right, that's all endings.